Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I will be sharing my Super Nintendo collection. I had first got the Super Nintendo way back in the day. Me and my brother actually, we had got one. I think our grandmother bought it for us. I'm not too sure who got it for us. Don't remember what year we had it. I just remember we getting one and playing Killer Instinct. That was like one of the first games I played. That and Super Mario All-Stars was one of the first games I played for the Super Nintendo. So those games just like, you know, holds a lot of memories for me. And yeah, I love the Super Nintendo. It's like my second favorite console of all time behind the N64. Has so many great games for it. And I just love the console to this day. I can play it all over again today and have just as much fun as I did, you know, back then now. But without further ado, let's get into the collection because I have a lot of games here. I have so many Super Nintendo games. Some games I did get rid of over the years, you know, but hey, some games I did reacquire back, you know, that I've, you know, either sold or trade off in my collection, you know, but I'll get to that when I get to the games. But let's pick up the first stack right here, and well, I ain't gonna pick up the whole stack, but I'll just grab a few games. I'll just grab one at a time. First up is Super Punch-Out. I absolutely love this game. This is one of my favorite boxing games of all time. This is actually my favorite game in the series. I did like the first Punch-Out. I've never beat it. Mike Tyson is hard as hell, or Mr. Dream if you're playing that version. Hard as hell, I never beat that one. I did beat Super Punch-Out so many times, you know, almost too many times. The one on the Wii, I still haven't beat that one. I forgot how far I got in that one, but I really have to go back to that one as well. You know, that was a good one as well. Next up, let's get into the Donkey Kong games. I have Donkey Kong Country, classic game. Love this game. Graphics was unbelievable for the time. You know, this even looked better than the Super Mario game, but great game. I love it. I love it. Diddy's my favorite character. Next up is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. My favorite one in the series. I love the relationship between Diddy and Dixie. In this one, you're saving Donkey Kong, actually. You don't play as him in this one. But this was a very fun game. The level design and everything was just so much better than the first game. Yep, this is my favorite one. I love it. I should go back and replay this though. And the last one in the series is, well, not the last series, but the trilogy, Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. I didn't like this one as much as the other two, but this one was overlooked by a lot of people. It came out at a bad time. It came out the same time as Super Mario 64, so people was just pretty much moving on to the N64 at the time. But this one was pretty good. I played it last year not the first time, but it was my first time playing through it and beating it. Fun game, I like it. All right, pick up a little stack here. Okay, now we're gonna go through the Mario games. First one is Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars. I never beat this game. This game is so good. I really want to play it one day. Just sit down and play it. I know it's going to be a long game, but I love this game. Even back when it came out, I played it and I really enjoyed it. Never beat it though. This is on my list to play. It's on my list. Next up is Super Mario World. Played this game so many times. Beat all 96 levels. Love this game. I mean, what more can I say about it? It's Super Mario World. One of the best games ever made. Next up is Super Mario Kart. Absolutely love this game. If anybody is on my Instagram, I did post a story. Well, I did made a post about this game, and I was saying that nobody can beat me in this game. And I'm still waiting for people to challenge me in this game, you know, because this is available on the Nintendo Switch Online, and you can play with your friends online. Only 2 players, but I mean, that's just how the game that's just how many players was able to play back then. You know, I didn't expect them to fully update the game and make it where you can play four people. That's not possible. But pretty fun game, pretty difficult, you know, in terms of the controls. This one you need much more skill to play. I would say this one you need much more skill to play. It's not based on luck on this one. That's why I like this one. The other ones is based on luck, which I really don't like. Next up is Super Mario All-Stars. Played this to death. 4 Mario games. It has Super Mario Brothers, the original, remastered, or whatever. Super Mario Brothers 2, you know, the USA version. Super Mario Brothers 3, and Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels, which was Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan. This is like all the Mario games fully remastered, and I love this package because it felt like you was getting a little bit of everything. You know, even though all the games was Mario, but it just felt like with this, you didn't have to buy another game for a long time because you had 4 already. Next up is Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. This is basically just a re-release of the original one. They just added Super Mario World, which is pretty cool. You get 5 games this time. So if I was to recommend which version to get, I would go with this one. Next up is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I absolutely love this game. The graphics is just so amazing. It had the FX chip in it, so the graphics was like boosted. And this game is amazing. I love it. I love it. I will be going back and replaying this just to collect everything. Alright, let me get another stack here. And one of my favorite fighting games of all time is Killer Instinct. Man, love this game. Just think of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat put together. You have Killer Instinct, but this was a dope game. My favorite character is Cinder. I like Jago, I like Orchid, but you know, man, this game, a lot of memories with this. Remember the combos and everything. I still remember some of them. I'm not as good as I was before, if I was to play it now. Next up is Mortal Kombat, the first one. This one is not as good as the Sega Genesis version because that version had blood and this one didn't. This would have been great if it did have blood, but I'm not sure what they replaced the blood with. I don't know if it's sweat or freaking dirt or whatever. I don't know, because when you punch the enemies, like dirt fly out of them or whatever. I don't know, but the graphics was amazing. The music was amazing. It's just the only thing that sucked about it, no blood. Next up is Mortal Kombat 2, my absolute favorite in the series. This one, they did add the blood. You know, Nintendo, they learned their lesson from the first one. Amazing game. I love it. This game brings back so many memories. This is, to this day, is still my favorite in the series. I love it. The characters, the music, everything is just amazing in this game. Next up is Mortal Kombat 3. Quick little story about this one. When I was in school, elementary school, I really wanted to play this game so bad. Mortal Kombat 3. No. Let's save that for the next game I'm going to show. But Mortal Kombat 3. This one was pretty good. They added combos in this one, which I liked. One of my few gripes with this one, didn't have Scorpion in it. And that pissed me off to this day. It's like, okay, where's Scorpion? He's not in this version. I don't know why. They didn't have him. So a lot of characters was missing from this version. And I was pretty disappointed with this one. But it's still pretty good though. Now, next up, we're going to get into the story now. I was in Mortal Kombat 3. Now, this one ties into the story for this game. Okay, I was in elementary school. And I had asked my friend, oh, do you have Mortal Kombat 3? And he said, yeah, I have it. And I asked him, can I borrow it? And then I just remember it like it was yesterday. And he said, yeah, sure, I'll just run home and go get it. This guy, he leaves the school, went home, then came back to the school and he let me borrow the game. And I was so excited, you know, because I really wanted to play this game, because I played it before at a friend's house and I really enjoyed it and I really wanted to play it again. But me being a kid, I didn't know that they updated the game. So he gave me this version. And I'm thinking, okay, this version, I'm thinking that this version is this one. And it's not. This one is an updated version of Mortal Kombat 3. So when I popped this game in when I got home, I was like, okay, where's Scorpion? Where's everybody else? Where's Reptile? They didn't have them in this version. They have everybody in this version. So that's a quick little funny story I didn't know at the time. So yeah, basically they updated the game. They added Scorpion. They had Rain, you know, Reptile, you know, so many other characters that they should have had in the other version. But this one was dope. I did like this one a lot more than the original version. Good game, good game. All right, next up is Street Fighter 2. Classic game, classic. A bit slow. This game is very, very slow in terms of speed. If you was to go back to it now, you'd be like, damn, we was playing this back then. It just felt so much faster back then. But yeah, this game is very slow, but it's still a good game. You know, do I recommend this version? No, not really, because you can find better versions now. Better versions like this one, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This is an updated version of the first game. They sped up the game, and I think they added 3 new characters. I think Balrog, Vega, and Bison was in this one. I think so. I could be wrong. Maybe they was. Yeah, I think they was. Yeah, so Street Fighter Turbo, much faster gameplay, 3 new characters. I love it. One of my favorite games of all time, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Next up is Super Street Fighter 2. Capcom with the Street Fighters. This one is pretty good. This one has the same fast gameplay as Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and it adds a few more characters: Cammy, Fei Long, and I think T-Hawk. I might be missing another character, I don't know, but it adds a few new characters with the characters that was already in the other ones. Pretty fun game. I love it. Enjoyed it as a kid. So many memories with this one. Okay. Get another stack here. Next up is Batman Returns. This was one of my favorite Batman games. I didn't like the other Batman game that they had. It was I guess it was Batman Begin. No, not Batman Begins. Batman Forever. Yeah, I didn't like that one. But this one was pretty good. I do want to get the Batman and Robin, the Adventures of Batman and Robin. I really want to get that one. But that one was pretty decent as well. Thus, next up is Uni Racers. I absolutely love this game. Uni Racers with no actual people on it was a pretty funny idea back then, but I guess this game was just to show off the power of the SNES and to prove that, you know, that some games can run fast, just as fast as the Sonic the Hedgehog games on this system, and really didn't prove anything because, you know, Genesis games still ran better on, some games on Genesis ran better than Super Nintendo. But this is a good one. I love this one. We need to go back and play it. Next up is one of my favorite games of all time, Turtles in Time. Love, love, love this game. I can play this game every single year and don't get bored. Play with different turtles, play with the different turtles, you know, see which one is the easiest to play with, you know, stuff like that. See which one's the hardest to play with. Because basically each turtle have their strengths and weaknesses. Like Raphael, he's the fastest, but Michelangelo is the slowest. But I think Michelangelo, he's the most powerful one, out of all the turtles. I think so. I could be wrong. I don't know. Leonardo, he's like the in-between one. You know, Donatello, he has a lot of reach. You know, still a bit slow, a little bit faster than Michelangelo, but you know, this is a fun game. I do like it. Next up is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I never beat this game. I don't think I ever will. This game is really, really hard. I don't think I got past the second or the third level. Very hard game. I do want to go back and try it though. I heard you gotta play through the game 2 times. Like, so this was Demon Souls before Demon Souls. All right, another nice little stack here. Next up is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. One of my favorite Legend of Zelda games of all time. For a long time, I've been saying that this game is my favorite, but throughout the years, I've been playing so many other Zelda games, and you know, this one slowly is not becoming my favorite no more. But still a fun game, hard game, but fun though. I did beat it though. Next up is FZero. Love this game. This is one of my favorite racing games of all time. Hopefully Nintendo will release a new FZero. You know, we haven't heard anything since GameCube, but good game, fun game. My favorite character to use in this one is probably the not Captain Falcon. It's the Golden Fox character, I think. It's the one with the yellow car. One of them, I don't know. I forgot the damn name. But this was very fun though. I did like FZero. Next up is Super Castlemania 4. I never beat the Castlemania games at all. This one's pretty fun. I didn't get too far in it, but I do want to play it and try it again. But I know they're good games, so I do want to try it. So. Next up is Gradius 3. This was the first one in the series I ever played. I never played the other 2 before. But this one, oh man, this one's very, very fun. Pretty difficult towards the end. And I don't think I ever beat this game without cheating. Yes, I cheated to play this game. I mean, to beat this game. Because I have the Retron 5, and you can insert the Game Genie inside the system and whatever, and do all that fun stuff. But fun game. I do want to try it again without cheating. I will, and I will beat it. Another stack. Let's see. Next up is Demon's Crest, which is also on the Nintendo Switch Online service. So if you want to play that, you can play it on there. But this game was so much fun. Me and my brother playing this back in the day, trying to find all the crests. And I don't think I ever found all the crests, but this one, oh man, dope game. Pretty underrated though. You know, the character name is Firebrand. For a long time, I never knew who the hell he was until I played Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and he's in there. I was like, okay, cool. Good game, fun, side-scrolling, you know, platforming game. I love it. Okay, now we're gonna get into the wrestling games. First one is Super Wrestlemania. Not the best wrestling game ever, but it was alright for the time. The thing that sucked about this game, there was no special moves for the wrestlers. I don't know why they decided to go with that. There's no special moves at all. There's 10 wrestlers in this game. For that time, that was a decent roster for these games back then. But like I said, the thing that made it bad was no super moves. No special moves. You know, it defeats the purpose of calling it a wrestling game if you can't even do the super moves on this one. But it was alright. You know, the Sega Genesis version is better, in my opinion. You know, because that one had the special moves. It's just that one only had 8 wrestlers, and this one has 10. So yeah, I would rather have 8 wrestlers with the special moves than to have 10 wrestlers with no special moves. Next up is WWF Royal Rumble. I had a friend back in the day that was so into this game, and he loved it so much. His name is Alan. If he's watching this, shout out to you, Alan. He loved this game. And if he see me watching the video, he'll be like, oh, damn, I remember this. Yep. I remember he begged me. Oh man, can I borrow the game? Can I borrow the game? Can I borrow the game? I kept telling him no, and then I just caved in and I gave it to him, and he loved this game. But yeah, Royal Rumble, way better than Super WrestleMania. It has a bigger roster. I don't know how many characters there is in this one. It has a bigger roster. The roster is a little bit different than the Genesis version, but this is a fun game. I like it. There's some shared characters from each versions, and there's some exclusive characters from each versions, but I won't go through that because I don't remember who's who and which characters is exclusive to this version and the Sega Genesis version. I don't remember, but fun game. Next up is WWF Raw. This one was very good as well. Pretty much the same as Royal Rumble. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as Royal Rumble. You know, this one has I believe this is the first game to have a female wrestler in it. Her name is Luna Vajan. Rest in peace, Luna Vajan. I believe this is the first game to have a female wrestler, which is her. I think this is. Let me know if you know any other wrestling game that came out before this, but I believe this is the first one to have a female wrestler. But this was pretty fun. I loved it. I love the super move that they have in this one. Pretty fun game. Next up is WWF Wrestlemania, the arcade game. Now this game, man, put so many hours into this game. I remember when I went to Coney Island with my family back when I was a kid, and they had an arcade machine with this game. I was like, okay, I gotta play this game. Who have quarters? I want to play. And that was the first time I saw this game. And when I got a chance to play the Super Nintendo version back in the day, I was like, okay, this is nothing like the arcade game that I played back when we went to Coney Island. But this one, I don't recommend this version. This is the worst version to get. I would say go with the Sega Genesis version or even the PlayStation version. But yeah, this is a terrible version. Good fun game, but terrible version. It suffered from slowdown. Alright, another stack. Next up is NBA Live 97. This is actually one of my favorite basketball games of all time. I just remember my cousin playing this a lot. And I remember watching him, and pretty fun basketball game. I do like the Live series. Yeah, I used to have Live 95 and 96, but got rid of those. I just kept this one. Pretty fun game. Next up is NBA Jam. Classic game. Love this game. 2-on-2 basketball. You know, monster dunks, pushing, shoving. Just love it. The catchphrases, everything. They released arcade. One-Up released the arcade machine for, you know, NBA Jam, which I really wanted, but you know, don't have room for that. But I do love the NBA Jam series, and this one is one of the best basketball games ever made. NBA Jam. Also, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, the sequel to that one. It's more of an updated roster. You know, I wouldn't really call it a sequel, but yeah, it's just an updated roster, and I think it has new modes. Yeah, it has new modes. You know, the graphics look a little bit better. You know, the music, they have new music, and the music on this one I think is better than the first one. But I do love both games though. And next up, this one is pretty interesting. College Slam. Now, before I got this years ago, I never knew this game existed. This is basically NBA Jam, but college. So this one, I don't see a lot of people talking about this one. I haven't put too much time into this one, but this is basically college, but NBA Jam version of college basketball, which is, you know, pretty interesting. It'll be pretty cool to see them bring another college, you know, NBA Jam like game. You know, this is the only one, you know, I've ever seen. I guess this is the first of its kind, I guess. I mean, not really, because yeah, NBA Jam, but the first of its kind for the college basketball games. You know, they never made another one after this one. But this is pretty interesting though. Next up is Battletoads and Double Dragon. I never beat this game. It was pretty difficult back then for me to beat this game. I remember loving the music for the first game and loving the music for the third level. I do have those songs on my phone. That's how much I like the music. I do want to try and get through this game. But it's very fun. I love Battletoads. Very difficult. Next up is Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Didn't put too much time into this one. I didn't find it as fun as the other one, but I'm sure it's a pretty fun game. You know, maybe I'll try it one day. Next up is the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. This one was a dope game, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this one either. And the cart is very dirty, as you can see. I gotta find a way to clean these carts. But anyway, this game was a lot of fun. I really do need to go back and play this one again. I don't remember what the story is about, but I just remember it being a really fun game. Next up is Final Fight. Pretty fun game. Kind of reminds me of Streets of Rage. I do prefer Streets of Rage over this one, but this is not a bad game. And I gotta find a way to clean this. It says Chaz on it. If you're watching, Chaz, I have your cart. Thank you, Chaz. But yeah, I gotta go back to this one. This one is pretty fun as well. Next up is the sequel, Final Fight 2. I don't have part 3, but I did find this one. Don't remember too much about this one. I don't think I played it. I'm sure it was a fun game though. I don't think I played it though. I don't think I did. Next up is Goof Troop. Now, this cart looks terrible. I do want to replace it, or just get a label and replace the label. But this was a very, very fun game, and I did enjoy it. It's like a puzzle game. I love the music in this one. I have all the soundtracks on my phone. Yeah, I love the music in this game. And I remember playing this with my brother, and I remember us getting towards the end, and it took us forever to get past this one level, and it was just like so annoying. But good game though, good game. Next up is Disney's Aladdin. Very fun game. A lot of people do prefer the Sega Genesis version over this one. Me, I'm opposite. I like this version better than the Sega Genesis version. Yes, come at me. I do prefer this one. Mostly because I played this version first. That's the reason why. If I would have played the Genesis version first, maybe I would have preferred that version over this one. I know a lot of people like that version more than this one, but this one is not bad. You know, give it a chance if you haven't. And I'm pretty upset that they didn't add that on the Lion King and Aladdin collection. Next up is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Pretty fun game. I love this. This is one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time. It pretty sucks. It sucks that you can't morph at any time. You have to do it like halfway through the stage. But it's pretty fun. I do enjoy going back and playing as all the Rangers, seeing their strengths and weaknesses. I do like this one. And the sequel, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. I like the first game more than this one, but this one wasn't bad. You know, this one you was able to morph. Well, you had to power up first, then you can morph at any time. You didn't have to wait until you get like halfway to the level to morph. I like that they added that. I like that they changed that. But this one really doesn't have anything to do with the movie, with the exception of Ivan Ooze. But pretty fun game. Pretty fun game. Next up is Mega Man X. This is my favorite Mega Man game of all time. I love it. It's like I can't bring myself to play the other ones because I so love this one. But I will try and dip into the other ones. But this one is just a classic. I love it so much. The music, the characters, everything about this game, I love it. If you haven't played this game before, you need to play it, especially if you're a Mega Man fan. Next up is X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, another beat 'em up game that I really enjoyed. You can play as different characters. You can play as they have different stages for each character. One of my favorites is Wolverine and the Wolverine stage and the Beast stage. I like those two. I do like all the characters. You can play as Beast, Wolverine, Cyclops, and Psylocke, and Gambit as well. Very fun game. I don't think I ever beat this one. Not sure if I beat this game or not, but yeah. Next up is Miss Pac-Man. Pretty fun game. You know, it's your standard Pac-Man game. I do like it though. You know, it's just a Pac-Man game. You know. Next up is the best game ever. Don't at me. Home Alone. You know I'm kidding, right? But this one, it was alright. This is basically just for fans of the film. You know, it's not the best game ever. It ain't gonna win it didn't win no awards or anything like that, but it was an alright game. I did beat this game though. Now the sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, it was equally as bad, but I don't think I ever beat this game. No, I never beat this game. And I got to a certain floor and I just gave up. And it's just pretty funny when the hotel worker, when they catch you, they'll freaking flip you upside down and start shaking you. Then the shit is hilarious. But it was an alright game. Next up is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Love this game. Another game I never beat either. Just got ridiculously hard. I think I got up to that freaking sandworm thingy thing or whatever, and then after that, I think I beat that level though. But it was just the next level I didn't get past, and this game is ridiculously hard. But fun game. They did re-release it on new consoles. What's the company's name? Limited Runs. Limited Runs, they did release a physical copy of this one. You know, they re-released the physical copy just like a Super Nintendo cartridge. They did that. I'm still waiting for mine to come through the mail. I didn't buy the Super Nintendo version. I just bought like a special edition of this and Ghoul Patrol. Still waiting on it though. I have to get in contact with the company because they haven't emailed or sent me nothing. Next up is Beavis and Butthead. I love this one. I really want to play the Genesis version though, but this one is pretty good as well. It's a side-scrolling, you know, game. You know, Beavis and Butthead, they're funny as hell. And I think I got towards the end, and I think I lost at the end. I think it's two different endings. If you lose at the concert, which is the last level, you'll get like a different, you get a different ending, but like the picture of you is like I guess like a bad picture. I really don't remember. And I guess if you win at the end, you'll get a picture of you having a good time at the concert. So basically, if you lose at the concert, you don't have a good time. If you win at the concert, you have a good time. That's basically what it is. I think. I could be wrong. But this is fun. Very fun game. Next up is, I have two copies, Maximum Carnage. This is a special edition. Nothing so special about it because there's nothing different than this one, except for the color. But I love this game. I love this game. Very, very hard game. You can hear me say that a lot about these games. Very difficult. I never beat this game without cheating. Yes, I cheated to play this game. You know, Game Genie, whatever. Because this game is freaking hard. But I do love it. I love Spider-Man. I love Venom. I'm very excited about the new Spider-Man movie. Very excited about the new Spider-Man game that's coming out in 2023. Won't see it for a while, but yes, this game, play it. And last but not least, The Lion King. One of my favorite platformers of all time. Pretty difficult game. I did beat this game. Now I can pretty much beat it without no problem now. I mean, if I was to go back right now and play it, I still, you know, have trouble playing it. But I do love it. They have it available on the Lion King and Aladdin collection, which is dope that they did that. They have like different versions of the Lion King. I might try and do the different versions, like the Game Boy Color version and the Genesis version, see the differences. But yeah, I love this game. One of my favorites of all time. One of my favorites of all time. And ooh, I thought I was done, but last but not least is an exclusive Super Friday game. Now, this is not a real game. It's not a real game. Before you say anything, this is not a real game. It's just a parody of a movie put into cartridge form. That's basically what it is. You see, it says Super Friday. You see Craig and Smokey in the front. It says, hold on. It says Super Friday right there. I'm not sure if it's gonna show which one. Super Friday right there. And then in the back is very funny. It says important. Do not get fired on your day off. Do not get knocked the fuck out. Bye, Felicia. And it says see booklet for additional precautions. This is hilarious. The company that made this, or the person that made this, their Instagram name is Fox Toys. I think that's what it's called. I'll put a link in the description for the Instagram for this the people that made this. You know, they have an Etsy shop as well, so I'll link that as well. So if you want to buy this, and they have a lot other ones as well. Just released the N64 version of this. I probably will pick that up. But yeah, this is just, you know, for collectors, you know, just for a display piece. I do love the movie Friday. I did make a post about it on my Instagram page today. Feel free to check that out. But yeah. And that is it for my Super Nintendo collection. Like I said, I had a lot of games to get through. And I love the Super Nintendo, and I'm still looking for games. And just that nowadays the prices on these games is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I have though. But yeah, that's it for the video. Let me know what's your favorite game on the Super Nintendo. Let me know, do you still own your Super Nintendo? Do you still have games for it? Feel free to leave a like on this video. It will really help my channel out. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you like what you just saw, I would really appreciate that. You know, share this video. You know, share it with your family, whatever. I would really appreciate that as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a good day.